looks like you're kind of set up to be the work bestie, the unfulfilled work bestie.
Perhaps, yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, I play Emily's best friend, confidant. It's an office full of interesting people. I think most people can relate to that, but they're very real people, which is really cool. And I think Teddy's in this place in his life where he's trying to figure out what he's passionate about.
Yes.
So for him, it's so exciting to see Emily, who's this person who he, I think, admires, and she's clearly like the one he looks up to the most and could probably share with the most about anything in the office. To see her stand up for herself in the office, it's kind of like this. It's this mirror into himself. Also, like, what am I doing with my life? In the pilot, you see Teddy, some of his talents, which aren't really applicable in the workplace, but hopefully they will lend themselves into either a sidekick or some kind of other role where he has to, I guess, he's forced to grow up a little bit.
I just feel like we're in a almost a post-superhero world in that, Netflix is doing superhero shows essentially that are exploring post-traumatic stress disorder. This kind of looks at a different aspect of kind of the aftermath of the superhero moment when they swoop in and save the world and someone else is left to kind of deal with it.
Yeah, I think it's, in many ways, I think that's what I was drawn to this project, because it is a fresh take at the superhero world, but also like kind of what we're going through on the whole right now with entertainment. And I think DC has like 7 shows out. This is the first comedy, so it's exciting. A little bit of pressure. But for me, I think it blends two perfect things. One, the high stakes of the superhero universe, which everyone at this point in time is pretty familiar with, what people are doing. But at the same time, it kind of fills in the blanks in comic books, that's what I thought when I first talked to Michael and Ben about it. I was like, it kind of fills in the blanks a little bit of comic books. But what happens in between the battles? What happens in between? And it's really the real people are affected by stuff. And what do they do? And that's, I think, true to me. It's like, when I tried playing football in high school and I broke my collarbone like 2 weeks into the season, I wanted to play because all my buddies were like athletes, and I was like, I can do this. I can't do that, It was a good learning experience for me. But at the same time, it like taught me, I think learning what you can't do helps you kind of get closer to discovering what you can do. And I think that's kind of what the show's about. It's like recognizing that there are these people that have these superhuman capabilities. They're amazing. They have all these powers. At the same time, like, those are the powers that we can all see. What do we have within us that we can't see? Like, and how important is that to their, to glorifying that? Like, it's all that. I think it's a show about humanity.
How much of the superhero world do we get to see?
Quite a bit. I mean, in the pilot, you see it starts off with a little bit of superhero hullabaloo. It's and so I don't know how much that's going to translate into the series, but I do know that that's an important element that DC wanted, and it's exciting for us to be able to have access to a lot of characters. Crimson Fox appears in our first episode, so I think they're always going to be there. We're very aware of it. Like, my character Ted is very aware of these superheroes. Teddy might even have some conspiracy theories about what some of these superheroes are up to, who they may be. But they're very aware of it. They're constantly invading our lives. We've just kind of become used to it, sort of numb to it. And in the end, we have to go on. I still have to show up to work, otherwise I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. So.
Even if you have a standing desk.
Oh, standing desks. I thought I'd be a fan of it, It's not really good for my back. I'm a sloucher, I prefer a chair, I prefer lumbar support, I prefer a ball. Like, a ball would be better, because it forces you to kind of keep your core engaged and stuff. Foam rollers would be good.
Is there a hero you'd like to see show up? Wish list?
I don't really have. I've learned, and I'm way more open. I love being surprised. I just love being surprised. I don't like to predict. In terms of like what characters may enter, like people have asked me like who's one of my favorite characters. I mean, like, as a kid, I always loved the Flash. Like, he was always my favorite character. You know, I also lately I've been thinking about Elongated Man, like a sleeper. I think he'd be kind of fun. I'm just trying to think of characters that I could emulate. You know, there's not a lot. So I think those are the two of the ones that I thought would be kind of fun.
Can you talk a little bit about working with her?
It's incredible. She's amazing. I mean, we met working on this in Vancouver. We're shooting now in Los Angeles. My birthday was up there during the shoot. She surprised me with a cake. That's like, she's like just thoughtful and amazing, and you know, but she's also like such a great rock in the show. And so it's nice to kind of hover around her and like do antics around her. She's very strong and she's just game to do anything. So it's been fun.
One last question.
Would you say this could be a show even for the people who are sick and tired of superheroes, that they will find something here to relate to and enjoy?
Yes, I think that's kind of the point of the show. I think the show is sort of like a reflection of like, what can real people take out of this? Recognize that every billboard you walk past has superheroes on it. You know, we're flooded with it on the internet, banner ads. I have 2 kids; they're obsessed with superheroes. I think for me, as kind of going into a parent role, it's kind of exciting because I get to have superheroes. Yes, they exist. Yes, they exist. But I'm also a dad. Okay, I still have to like be the one to take you to school and make sure I pack your lunch. So kind of, it's a great. For me, I feel it's very relatable for both people, both audiences.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.